Welcome to Goddess Guidance Meditation. I am Kisha Lee, and when I was opening up the box, I had two messages come out. The first one I find very suiting for this transitional time and season. It's from the goddess Kali, and her message is one of endings and beginnings. She said the old must be released so that the new can enter, which is a perfect message for fall as we make like trees and let everything fall away that no longer serves us. And then the other card was from the goddess Aphrodite, and her message is one of inner goddess. Yes, inner goddess, and it says awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So I find this is a lovely time for these messages. And a little bit about Miss Aphrodite. She's a Greek goddess of passion and love whose name is associated with the planet Venus. She helps us, both genders actually, to experience more passion in our relationships and to become more balanced as far as individual male and female energy. So, allowing ourselves to not just continue giving, but also to receive. And it says she represents unabashed female sexual energy and helps women feel comfortable in their bodies and their sexuality. So, with that being said, in order for us to make that transition, we have to let some things go, right? And Miss Kali is, I don't know what I did with her. Miss Kali, she's a powerful Hindu goddess, feared by those who don't understand the natural cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. It says that Kali is the ultimate get things done goddess. So part of that masculine energy and also feminine, right? The creative aspects. She's also a powerful ally to those who call upon her. Like a wise sage mother, she'll push you beyond your comfort zone to reach heights of your potential. So, taking in both of these messages to awaken your inner goddess, to allow things to fall in its own cyclical nature and divine timing. I think that is a wonderful message for any phase that you are in. And with that being said, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, releasing an audible sigh out through the mouth. Squeezing it all out and repeating this cycle collectively 2 more times as you inhale through the nose. Exhale audibly out through the mouth. Sigh of relief. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale. Release. And then just allow your breath to ebb and flow organically. Allow the lips to close softly. Gently closing your eyes. That's available for you in this moment. Give yourself a moment to just settle into this space. Feeling all of the energy around you starting to slow down. Maybe all of the mental chatter begins to quiet. A couple decimals. You bring your awareness within. Relaxing the crown of your head. Softening the space between the brows. Allowing your awareness to step back. Just have a nice, comfortable seat behind the eyes. Relaxing the jaw. Throat softens. Neck tension begins to relax. Shoulders fall heavy away from the ears. Sense of relaxation moving down to the arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands and fingertips. Just notice the rise and fall of the chest, how the ribs expand and contract. You breathe in, breathe out. Bringing your awareness down the back of the body, down to the torso. Taking a moment to just soften to that space just below the rib cage. Your awareness, sense of relaxation, moving down past the belly button, into the low back, into the low belly. Making a soft landing down to the hips and the pelvic floor. Noticing your tailbone and just saying hello. Just feeling your sits bones, wherever you may be sitting or lying down, that point of contact. As your awareness moves down to the legs, into the knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. Taking one deep sigh of relief. You inhale, exhale. I'm just setting everything aside for this moment. You can always go back to it. Recognizing that this space, this moment is just for you. Feeling yourself grounding down into the earth. And allowing those roots to deepen and widen as you make your descent down through the heart and the womb of Mother Earth. Just noticing what that space looks like for you. It's like your own personal paradise, welcoming you back home. Allowing yourself to let go of any thoughts. They move through the mind, anything you've been thinking or overthinking, ruminating, lacking clarity on. Just for a moment, send all of that down into the earth. Any energies that you've collected throughout the day, releasing that, sending it back to its original sender. Noticing any feelings or emotions. Maybe bringing your awareness to where you may feel these emotions within the body. Allowing them to dislodge and loosen, soften, flow down into the earth. Just reminding yourself that it's okay to let go. It's okay to release and ground down into the earth. As all the energy is received with unconditional love from that intelligence of earth. You're simply creating space for your divine self, your divinity to show up. Maybe you allow any tension, any sensations that you may notice also begins to dissolve. As the energy becomes softer and softer, tension loosening up, relaxing a little deeper, breathing a little deeper. And continue to let go. Release so that the new can enter. That which is yours to claim in this moment. Just taking a moment to rest. Pause. Be still. Just breathe. Expanding your awareness to the far edges of the room. Be allowing your awareness to expand beyond that, out into the ethers. The edge of your aura blending with that of the divine. Lines softening. Feeling yourself open and receptive. Flowers, petals open, receiving sunlight. Simply with the power of your intention and your imagination, calling forth that of your higher self, your highest creative essence, your unique divine blueprint. Seeing this form of a beautiful golden light making its way to you, finding you right here, right now, in this moment, settling upon your crown lightly, Its radiance surrounding you, beautiful golden light. Allowing this light to expand all around you, encompassing you, a cocoon of soft golden light. It's a little sparkly, glittery. There's some other colors in there, swirling and mixing. Just taking a moment to feel this layer of energetic protection around you, holding you, acknowledging your presence. Loving on you, caring for you. Giving yourself permission to be nourished by that above and below, heaven and earth. And just breathe. Slow. Smooth. Steady breaths. Sinking in a little deeper. Seeing if there's any edges. Soften just a little more. Allowing your senses keep you here anchored in this present moment. Allowing yourself to honor whatever season you may be in within your personal life. In the collective, noticing, observing, honoring any transitions you may be moving through. Maybe you feel as if you're fighting against the current. Perhaps you feel as if you're in the flow. Embracing the changes, the shifts, the pivots that are happening in your life right now. What would it feel like to not fight it? Allow it to move through you, move around you. It's as if you could embody the energy of water and just embrace the fluidity, softening, currents, the waves, ebb and flow. Where have you been holding on to tightly to an idea, a belief, an expectation? Maybe it's something emotional, a hope, a dream, desire. Maybe it's something physical, scared to let go of. Money, relationship, opportunity. Notice any resistance. Just like water, each breath ebbing and flowing begins to soften that resistance. Breathing in, breathing out. Letting it all go for this moment. Letting it all just flow. Nothing standing in the way. No blocks, no barriers, no resistance. Accepting what comes, accepting what goes. Just finding and holding that space of neutrality for yourself. Pure neutrality, not from denial, the ego trying to prove anything. Finding some amusement. Remembering a time when you felt pushed, challenged. A time where you were uncertain, directionless, confused, anxious. Remembering things around you still may have worked out. Presence beyond your own intelligence intervened, swept in to care for you, to be with you, hold your hand, to hold you through that process, that shift, transformation. Feel yourself recalling all of the details of how you felt. Maybe it was relief. Maybe it was disbelief. Maybe you were surprised. Maybe you were floored. Maybe you were moved and began to cry, realizing the work that you do to expand your awareness of self, to explore all the many facets of your divinity and how she shows up through you, wants to be expressed through you. All that was not in vain. You made it through to the other side. Give yourself celebration, acknowledgement for that. It's okay to get tired. It's okay to rest. It's okay to pivot, set boundaries, to retract your energy. There's an ebb and flow, a beginning and an end. That is simply what life is about, like the breath of life. Inhale, exhale, flow of life, highs and lows, ebbs and flows, endings and beginnings. Divine feminine is cyclical in nature. Concentric circles of relevance to one another. Maybe in some way you are ending, some things are beginning. It's like planting a seed, and as it begins to take root, that seedling begins to crack wide open. But all the potential that it had was always there. It's now just taking a new form, growing, something more beautiful, something exquisite, something that is hard to describe. It leaves you in awe. It's captivating the entire process of transformation. How something can go from being just a seed, seemingly insignificant and small in the dark, and one day, roots begin to form. A whole new world opens up on the surface. Continues to ascend just as much as it descends to the roots. The bud of the flower growing higher, feeling the warmth of the sun, droplets of rain, the day and the night. Those roots continue to deepen, and that bud eventually begins to bloom. You see all that has been anticipated happened in the most divine timing. Flowers do not compete. They do not rush. They all bloom in their own timing. All just unique in their own imprinting, their own space. All the unique details designed on purpose. All that potential held within that little seedling. Held within the dark. Seen in the light. And taking a moment to just use this example as inspiration, noticing where you are. Seed that has been planted. The rosebud, flower bud waiting to bloom. In full bloom. have thorns that protect you, leaves that allow you to reach out, communicate, touch one another, be held within community. Know that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Affirm that you are exactly where you need to be. Feel yourself taking those roots. Feel your crown lifting. Breathing deeply in and out. Giving yourself permission to slow down. You feel as if you've been trying to push, force, rush yourself. Wherever you are in your process, see the bud, the bloom. What is it that needs tending to? Taking notice without judgment. What is it that needs to be nurtured? What is it that needs to be released? Cut, unearthed. Maybe something that needs to be recycled. Allowing yourself to let it go and see how it comes back. Maybe in a different way, shape, form. Giving yourself full permission to water, to nurture, to pour into the things that bring more beauty, or joy, pleasure, happiness, that lights you up. Composting that which you are ready to release, that which is no longer, that which is dead, or dying. Giving yourself permission to grieve if necessary. Being gentle with yourself in this process. Remembering that all we release simply is given the opportunity to transform into something else, to be recycled into something better. So once again, there's no harm in letting go. Just making space for your highest divinity to show up. Breathe in, breathe out. Feeling that sense of nurturance being poured into from above, and the fertile soil nourishing those roots from below. Allowing that to come into the body, Come back to the belly. So you allow yourself to be fulfilled. Allowing your energy to be restored. Your power to be restored. Feeding off the wisdom, the intuition. A variety of opportunities, potential that exists in the abundance of the universe. Fully receiving all that nurture you in this moment, support you in this moment, known and unknown sources. Just allow yourself to be curious, creative, open. Once you feel nice and complete, settled, grounded, poured into, and take a nice deep breath. Wiggle your toes and your fingers, allowing that movement to expand the wrists, the ankles, maybe up the arms, up the legs, into the shoulders, into the hips, through the neck. And when you find yourself coming back to center, you can give yourself a hug, give a little massage. Placing a hand on the belly, a hand on the heart space. Breathe in. Breathe out. Releasing the hands and gently opening the eyes when you're ready. Alrighty. Well, that was much needed. Okay, so let's see. All right, for this week's goddess guidance, let me try that again. So for today's goddess guidance, we have Kali and we have Aphrodite. And the collective message is to not only honor your own divinity, but the collective energies that are happening right now, the seasonal transitions that are happening right now, any other identity shifts. Maybe there's some changes in your personal relationships, professional relationships. Maybe there's a soul level shift that you feel happening. Maybe something is calling you or inspiring you and you feel compelled to follow it, but there's a need to make space for it, which requires letting something go. Maybe something you've been really hoping for or holding on to, and still being able to hold space for that, but releasing the attachment of the how and the why and the when and so forth, so that you can get back to this, get back to remembering who you are, get back to remembering the power you have of choice and where you decide to invest your time, your energy, your presence, and allowing yourself to be the priority right now, doing what's best for you, as long as it doesn't cause harm to anyone else, doing what's best for you that can assist you in moving through these transitional moments with ease and grace, and still being compassionate with yourself, knowing that sometimes when we are going through transitional phases, that there can be highs, right? And then there's lows. You got the mountains and you got the valleys, and the moments where you're elated and the moments where you might be like, I think I'm depressed, right? So, and that's okay. There's going to be some grief that tends to happen when we're letting go, when we're releasing, especially if it's something that we have poured our heart into, or poured our energy into, or something that we really enjoy, things like that. Maybe even it's a identity that you've held on for so long, and it's kind of challenging, right, to find a new one. But that's an opportunity, once again, in that ending, for you to create a new sense of self, to create a new self concept, to create a new life, right, in general, and how you want to show up in the world. That is embracing your divinity here and giving yourself full permission to say yes to this, no to that, maybe to that, we'll see. But regardless, you're prioritizing yourself first, and not getting too stuck, right, in the attachment of what was or what could be, the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and just saying, hey, I give myself permission to be happy, to be, freer, to be lighter, to enjoy life, regardless of what's happening around me. It just allows me to shift my focus of possibly overgiving, and now I allow myself to receive and be poured into, to be nurturing, and caring towards myself, right? And maybe limiting other interactions and things like that. As you sit in this, maybe like a cocoon kind of a phase, right? The chrysalis, that process of metamorphosis that the caterpillar goes into before it becomes the butterfly. When you allow yourself to honor those processes, then you're able to really harvest all of the lessons, right, that have come to your awareness, all the goodness, all the moments that have brought you to where you are now, and then taking that and creating like a stepping stone for that next phase or that next timeline shift, right? Because the butterfly can't go back to being a caterpillar. Once it's a butterfly, it's a butterfly. So give yourself permission to, shine and prioritize yourself. Dancing is really great. Great way to move energy. So you are advised to twerk a little something. I can't do that sitting down. I guess I can a little something, but anyways, but yeah, take care of yourself. Do the things that make you feel good, the things that make you look good so that you feel good. And remembering that you are not alone in this process. Okay, even though you're appreciating your divinity, you're also appreciating that celestial essence that encompasses everything, but that also expresses itself through us. So hope you enjoy your transitional season wherever you are. Oh, that's not the right button.